Hi guys, how are you all? So I'm Asad Sheikh from Iqonic Design, and let me tell you an incident. So I was on a vacation and I rented a B&B, but I didn't understand where the stuffs were. So I felt trapped. So in the same way, if you don't know where the stuff or let's say folder structure of Hope UI, you will feel trapped. So I'm here to show you the folder structure of Hope UI. So let's get started with this video. So in this video, we will see the file structure of Hope UI. Here is the most important entry is packet.json. Using this, our gulp tasks are performed and our all dependencies, which are this and dev dependencies, these ones, present here for every plugin. Now let's go to the folder of gulp. There is every task of gulp, and in gulp config.json, there is a path of every plugin. Let's take an example. In style, there is the path of every style, and in the core, we have path of every mandatory plugin. Without that, our project will not run. And we also have externals, which are basically optional plugins. Now, let's go to another folder, that is SRC. And here we have two folders. One is asset and another one is template. And in asset, we have all the assets available for Hope UI, that are images, JS, SCSS, and vendors. Let's see them one by one. So first is images, contains all the images of Hope UI. In JS, there is the main JS of Hope UI, where all the scripts and plugins are initialized and they work globally. In plugins, there are all the external custom plugins available for Hope UI. And in chart, every charts are given that are used in this project. So you can just go and change it in the chart and customize them. Let's take an example. Go in dashboard.js and customize the chart in dashboard. And on the page of effect chart, you can go and customize any chart you want. Now let's roll down to SCSS. We have the default CSS of Bootstrap here. We have custom SCSS. Scrolling down, we have dark mode SCSS. Then below that, we have SCSS of RTL and also the design system of Hope UI. We can use the Hope UI design system to customize dark, RTL, and custom pages. When the build is made, we get this separate SCSS of custom, dark, Hope UI, and RTL, and it will go in the templates, partial, dashboard, and in the head. Here in the head, we will import all these 4 files. Now suppose I don't want dark or RTL, you can just delete their code from there. Then comes the vendors. Here you will see all the third-party plugins for Hope UI. Then we have template folders, and it contains the entire HTML code of Hope UI. And to reuse the code of Hope UI, we have used the handlebar. In that we have partials, layout, and pages. Let's see them one by one. So going to partial, it contains all the components of Hope UI. And then in pages, there is a whole content of pages placed between sidebar, header, and footer. And in the layout, we have various types of layout, for example, horizontal, default, etc. And we can configure this layout using gulp.config.json. And we can configure it from here, like we have current layout is default. In default.hbs, here we can see the base structure of HTML, and every component we need is called here, like example, loader, sidebar, header, subheader, and many more. This is all about layout. Now, if we want to use the pages, we have to write the extent for it. And in extent, we have to define the layouts. And if I want to write it manually, I will go to gulp.config and I will copy this layout, and then I will paste it here in the single quotes. And here, whatever layout I will just utilize will be used here. But for now, we are keeping it dynamic with gulp. Here in gulp, in HTML task, where all the global variable is defined, I can access this variable anywhere. Here I have defined a layout, and it will define on every pages. And if we want, we can add any extra variable on a single page. We can do it from here. And here is the content, and this content comes from default.hbs, and in this block the content is rendered. This is all about the pages, and if we want to call component, we have to create one file in the partial. And in that sidebar.hbs, we will create a file and then import it in the default.hbs. We have to use 2 curly brackets and use greater than symbol for import. This is the complete folder structure of Hope UI. So to run it, you will just write the command npm I, and it will download all the dependencies and it will run. That's all for this video. We have completed the whole folder structure of Hope UI. Now it will be so easy to understand the further tutorials. So stay connected with us. I will be back with another video. We all know Hope UI is a big box of quantity and quality, and that's all for free to ease out our work. So if you like this face, like this video, comment down any doubt you have and subscribe.